that we're fighting today gives government control of our lives, undermines our liberty, and it certainly doesn't make anybody happy.
That's right.
Barack Obama, Harry Reid, and Nancy Pelosi are out of touch with the American people. What they don't understand, or choose not to understand, is that we are endowed by our Creator with these rights, and they're not going to take them away.
That's right.
We're going to kill the bill. We cannot allow that to be wiped away with a simple signature of Barack Obama on this bill. This is the moment in history that we're going to look back on and tell our children and our grandchildren that we stood and we fought to defend those rights.
This is such a critical time. They don't have the votes, or they'd have this dirty deed done by now. They don't have the votes because they've seen you show up in April, in July, in September, in August, and now they're afraid to show up in November. So let them know we'll be back.
We learn more and more in this bill. Number one, there is a marriage penalty in this bill. The Medicare advisory panel took a look at this bill and they said not only will it not save money, it's going to cost money, it's going to tax you. We all know it will prove to be the largest middle-class tax increase in American history. Create something very odd. It will create an iron ceiling on wages. So if you make $59,000 a year or more, and that's joint husband-wife income, then you will lose the health care subsidy. Most likely your employer will pay an 8% fine, but guess what? Once the employer pays that fine, their obligation is done. No more health insurance for you. Rather than getting a tax-free benefit on health care, you have to go out and purchase your own health care with after-tax income. So if you're making $58,000 and you get government-subsidized health care, what incentive could you possibly have to make $59,000 where you have to go out with your own money and purchase an additional policy? This is redistribution of wealth. Where in the Constitution is the authority to force an American citizen to buy a product or a service against their will? Where in the Constitution can we have our businesses pay a fine of 8%? Where in the Constitution do they have that authority? The number one area in our Constitution is to preserve and protect your sovereignty. You are sovereign. We don't want to give any more liberty. We don't want to give any more sovereignty, cede any more U.S. sovereignty to the UN. We want to get back to what our founders gave us in the first place.
Yes.
That's a gift.
Yes.
It is a gift.
Please do more. Please write more. Please have your friends do more. This bill must be stopped, not just for health care. We can fix health care where it's wrong.
Yeah.
This bill must be stopped because we have a government that's way too big, way outside the bounds of its intention, and we have a government that we cannot afford, and this will make it worth by $2.5 trillion over the next 10 years. Thank you all for being here. May God bless you.
Thanks for being willing to fight. You know, over a year ago, Americans voted for a president who promised to cut taxes, cut spending, cut debt, stop here, and then he promised a stimulus that would keep unemployment below 8%. Now he's promising a health care bill that's going to cut costs and get more people insured, even though that ain't true. We have got to do everything we can to stop this health care bill, because if we stop this health care bill, we can stop his takeover of the American economy, and we cannot fall for any more of these promises that he has not kept.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we continue to spend money, if we continue to borrow money, if we continue to run debt up in this country where our interest obligation outstrips our capacity to pay for it, we will export our children's opportunity to succeed. It is absolutely crucial that we stop it now. I truly believe the American people have spoken.
This is what the Bill of Rights is all about. The right to freely assemble, the right to speak freely without fear of intimidation. We will not be intimidated into a national health care program that will not work. We will not be intimidated into higher taxes that break and mortgage our children's future. We will not leave to our grandchildren a country that is unsustainable, unaffordable, and in debt. This too can pass, but only if we stick together, only if we speak out, only if our voices are heard, only if we use the Bill of Rights which are left to us so that we can be heard from one corner of America to the other. Today you are demonstrating that. Your voices are being heard, and we will together see this through to a conclusion, which is to send health care back to the basement of the United States.
America's Declaration of Independence wrote, it all becomes even clearer and more important now. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. They're endowed with their creator by certain inalienable rights, that among these, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And this is the kicker. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed.
That's right.
Turning around and talking to Congress. Ladies and gentlemen of the Congress, you no longer have our consent. We are here today declaring an independence from a government seeking to create a health secretary that, according to the latest legislative examination, is given almost 1,700 new powers. The Senate bill contains the word secretary more than 2,500 times, and America's newly crowned health despot will control what insurance can and cannot cover, how much plans can and cannot cost, who can purchase what plan, and what services government plans should offer. I thought that we had loosened ourselves from the shackles of tyranny in our great revolution. Unfortunately, the shackles have returned. Those people who said they stood with you were lying all along. They had to be if they vote for this. I am proud to stand with you today, and I am saying, with great respect, closing with this. First, they came for the rich, and I did not speak out because I was not rich. And then they confiscated the property owners, and I did not speak out because I did not own property. Then they took away our right to bear arms, and I did not speak out because I was not armed. And then they came for me and denied me my medical care. And there was no one left to speak out for me. And I couldn't because my Medicare provider wouldn't treat my tonsillitis.